Have you ever said to yourself, why do I get so overstimulated and I'm always in the defense mode, or I'm always overwhelmed by so much things that come to my attention and I don't know how to process things, or I don't know how to articulate or clarify what I'm actually feeling in the present moment? Well, that could be just the moment of being in a position where the environment at the present moment is overwhelming. But the way you can help that is through mindful meditation. In today's video, we'll be discussing how mindful meditation can help you not only regulate your emotions, bring clarity, help you articulate better with what's going on in the present moment, but also noticing how to manage and understand what's happening around your environment, or also noticing what's happening or what other external forces are impacting you in the present moment. Hi, my name is Candace and I'm a Hatha yoga teacher. I'd love to share with you how to define your yoga journey, and many elements of the concept of yoga practice starts internally. So in this video, I'm going to share with you not only the benefits of mindful meditation to help you reduce stress and anxiety, but also be able to reflect in so that you can do other things to manage your well-being inside your personal space and also being around others. What is mindful meditation? Mindful meditation is the practice of being aware or observing in the present moment without judgment. So how can mindful meditation help you to do that? Well, it starts with focusing within. It allows you to manage with patience what's going on internally, but what's also helping you to identify externally what's happening, whether you're triggered, activated in some type of way, overstimulated, happy, whatever that force or that action that happens towards you. In your nervous system, you're either going to be put in a flight mode or a fight mode, which is involving the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system. We're not going to get too anatomical here, but I would like to invite you to look up what those words are, those terms are, if those words are new to you, so that you're able to better understand where we're going in this video for today. So how does mindful meditation actually benefit you? Well, while you are doing the practice of mindful meditation, you're in the position of being present in the moment without judgment. So what does that mean? That means that you are just taking in whatever is happening in the present moment. Let's say you're sitting outside at a park. You're observing what's happening in the area around you. You see somebody walking a dog. You hear children playing on the playground. You hear the birds chirping or other animals making sounds that are all happening all at the same time. Maybe just taking a moment to breathe and feel the breeze come along and touch the face while you are just sitting in that present moment. You're taking in all of the things that are happening and just observing. You're not having any judgment. You're not bringing any attention to how it makes you feel. At best, you're just observing. And with that observance leads to acceptance. So the acceptance part puts you in a position where you don't shift your mind on what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. You are just literally taking it in. That puts you in a position to not control what's actually happening. So when you do the actual mindful meditation and you take the moment to actually reflect, that's when you are intentional about how it actually makes you feel. At that point, then you can observe those stimuli to say, this affects me in this way, and this affects me in this way. And then you take the moment to actually identify and manage what you need to do next in order to either help you or remove it if it puts you in that sympathetic or that parasympathetic moment, that fight or flight mode that you want to be out of or in. So when you put yourself in the position of a safe space, a quiet moment, a relaxing environment, you are able to manage that experience so that you are able to focus better. How do you do that? through your breathing. Your breathing can help you to concentrate on what's happening in the present moment. So what are some benefits of actually practicing mindfulness? You have better clarity. You are able to better regulate your emotion. Like I've said plenty times already, you are able to reduce stress and anxiety because you identify and you are aware of what's happening. For example, when I was on the phone with my best friend earlier today, we were having a regular conversation. Actually, to be honest with you, I forgot. We weren't on the phone, but we were sharing voice notes together. And she was telling me about her day. And for whatever reason, while I'm currently working on the computer, I hear the background noise. We had already been going back and forth and exchanging conversation for at least a good 5 to 10 minutes because we can get kind of lengthy. Anyway, I started hearing the noises in the background of the birds chirping. Now, back at home, I'm about maybe a good 2.5 hours away from my hometown. And so when I heard all the sounds of the birds and the natural sound of nature, I was like, oh my goodness. This reminds me of home. And for those who know what I'm talking about, you will instantly gravitate toward that, and it instantly puts you in a moment of reflection, moment of relaxation, or just a nice nostalgic moment that you would like to experience for a little bit longer because it puts you in a place of peace. So with that being said, I asked her if she wouldn't mind recording at least 30 seconds of the sounds of the birds and the nature in the background for me. Kind of cheesy, but hey, that's me. I like cheesy, corny things from time to time. Anyway, she actually did an extra favor for me and recorded a minute for me. 1 minute, and I just literally sat there and I was like, oh my goodness, this reminds me of home so much. We don't have that here in the city. And if you notice, based on certain bird sounds, you will notice certain birds are in a certain area compared to another. So it was nice to hear that for me. It was a nice nostalgic moment for me to hear that. And I've actually recorded, and I'm going to plug it in a little bit for you to have a moment to listen. And I'll pause here for you to get a little glimpse of what it felt like for me to be back at home just by listening to her brief recording. So yes, mindful meditation is good for the body, good for the soul. It might not hit you immediately until you take the time to actually sit and understand the purpose and the intention behind practicing mindfulness as well as practicing meditation. Also, you are able to sleep better. You are in the position to not be so overly stimulated where those cortisol levels are shooting up. Your body's under stress. It puts you in a position of a better, relaxing moment. So what are some examples of actually doing a mindful meditation? Well, you can go through a guided meditation, whether through a yoga channel, go to a yoga class, listening to a friend who's good, has a calm, relaxing voice to help you ease into a moment of relaxation and be calm. You also have that moment of a yoga nidra, which is slightly different from what's called a body scan. Other elements of yoga nidra puts you in a position where you're in a yogic sleep, typically after a yoga class or when you just want to relax and tap into different other stimulus within the body. That will be a conversation for another day. Also, you can do a nature walk, and you can also practice your pranayama, that deep yogic breathing technique that we have practiced from time to time. If you've been hanging out with me on this channel, or if you are new to this channel and you might be familiar with deep yogic breathing techniques, pranayama, the life force, the inhalation and the deep exhalation that happens throughout the body, activating the energy within the body in order to regulate your emotions and regulate your nervous system. So essentially, you can do those things to help you better manage the internal and the external stimuli that puts you in a position of balance, rest and relaxation, and just overall well-being. So I hope this video helped you. If you want to learn more about pranayama, you can check out this video here. In the meantime, I hope all is well, and we will catch you on the other side.